Roger Ramjet and his eagles fighting for our freedom. Fly through wind and outer space, not to join 'em, but to beat 'em. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station. So come and join us, all you kids, for lots of fun and laughter. As Roger Ramjet and his men get all the crooks they're after. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station.
This undisciplined episode begins in the modest Washington home of one of the world's most important people, General G.I. Brassbottom, brilliant soldier, statesman, and maker of decisions which helped to shape the destiny of the free world.
Well, goodbye, my dear. I have to make some important decisions today.
Like what?
Don't rush me. I haven't decided yet.
Well, don't decide to forget to bring home a quarter-pound of bologna for dinner, or I'll break your knee.
Oh, very well. I guess she doesn't realize that millions of men jump to obey my every command. Why, for 2 cents, I'd
What
let
was
her...
that?
Nothing, my pet, nothing. Boy, she thinks that just because I finished last in my class at West Point that I'm some kind of a dumbbell or something.
Dumbbell, you walked into the closet again.
And so begins another typical day in the life of a great military leader.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, shut up!
But at the Pentagon, this was not to be a typical day. For as General Brassbottom entered his private elevator, he immediately noticed that something was wrong.
Growing up. Floor, please.
Say, there's something suspicious about that elevator operator.
Second floor, artillery, cavalry, chemical warfare, and ladies' better dresses.
I can't seem to put my finger on it.
Third floor, OSS, CID, AEC, BVDs, and medium-price footwear.
I know what's wrong. This is a self-service elevator. Help! I'm being taken for a ride.
Take it easy, glass bottom.
That's Brassbottom, and I won't take it easy. This is my elevator.
Oh, tell us, great leader.
Listen, fella, do you know who I am?
Sure, but do you know who I am?
Well, you do look familiar. Give me a hint.
Perhaps this will refresh your memory.
Sam Colt.
No.
Peter Gunn?
No.
Ralph Revolver.
Noodles Romanoff, nitwit.
Noodles Romanoff, nitwit.
Well, what's in a name anyway, eh, gang? The important thing is that General Brassbottom has been kidnapped by the man from Nasty himself, Noodles Romanoff, and his band of no-goods.
We'll ask the government for $1 million ransom, eh, boys?
That's
Yeah,
good for me.
yeah,
I'd
right,
like to
good,
have that.
good.
At least
Things
the
like
tax
that.
bill could be good.
You won't get away with this, Romanoff. Roger Ramjet will come to my rescue.
Yes, how about Roger Ramjet? Was he ready to spring into action and rescue the general? No, he was not, because nobody had called him.
Well, why don't we call Roger Ramjet?
Because we can't use a hotline. General Brassbottom's the only one who knows a number.
What happened to your pal Ramjet? Guess he doesn't think you're important enough to rescue, eh, glass bottom?
That's Brassbottom, and shut up.
And just when everything looked blackest for the general...
Hey, Shorty, here's a letter for you.
For me? Who could it be from?
Maybe it's your draft notice. That's a good one, huh, boys?
Why, it's from Ramjet. He says, sorry you couldn't reach me by phone so I could rescue you. Please find proton energy pill enclosed. Love to the family, Roger.
Good old Roger Ramjet. He'd sent the general a do-it-yourself rescue kit.
Why, this will give me the strength of 20 atom bombs for a period of 20 seconds. May I have a glass of water?
Here you are.
Thank you. That'll teach you to fool around with the United States Army.
Later that same evening...
I'm home, sweetie pie, and what a day I've had.
I bet you forgot the bologna.
Well, as a matter of fact,
Boy, that takes the cake. You've got nothing to do all day but order people around. And I asked you to do one little thing.
Dear,
and you always think of...
And so another day in the life of America's foremost military leader ends on a note of triumph, thanks to Roger Ramjet and the American Eagle Squadron. It's a typical day at American Eagle headquarters as this unsupportable episode begins. Roger, Yank, and Doodle were busy. And Dan was working on his latest invention, the world's first atomic yo-yo. And while everyone was thus engaged, Dee was tidying up American Eagle headquarters.
La-da-dee-da, da-da. Say, Roger. Where did you ever get this funny old lamp?
Oh, that. It was given to me by the Maharaja of Kashmir.
It's certainly strange looking.
Well, the Maharaja says the lamp has some kind of magical powers.
Gosh, Roger, what kind of magical powers?
He said if I was ever in trouble, all I had to do was rub the lamp. Silly, isn't it?
Suddenly, the phone rang.
Who was it?
It was a mysterious caller. He said to be at the corner of 3rd and 4th in 10 minutes if we know what's good for us.
And so Dee found herself alone at American Eagle headquarters.
Well, while they're gone, I think I'll polish up this funny old lamp. I wonder if it really does have magical powers. Oh, who are you? Where did you come from?
Oh, I come from Chill Coffee with word up on my ear. Hello there, little girl. Don't be afeard. I'm really very nice in an overbearing sort of way.
But who are you?
I'm a genie at their lamp right there you're holding in your little hand. You summoned me when you rubbed the lamp. I come right out of that spout there.
But how did you do that?
I'm a genie. I can do anything pert near.
Well, this room is a mess. How about giving it a good cleaning?
Oh, mercy. If there's anything I hate, it's housework, but okay.
And in a flash, the genie had American Eagle headquarters spick and span.
There, how's that? Cleaner than a wombat's face.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Suddenly, there was a knock on the door.
I'll see who's there. You better get back in the lamp in the meantime.
Okay, see you later, miss.
Come in. It's Noodles Romanoff and his band of no-goods. What do you want?
We want that new atomic yo-yo the kid invented. We're gonna take it and sell it to a foreign government. That's why we called up and sent Ramjet on a wild goose chase. Right, boys?
Right.
Right, you are getting there.
Good.
What's
Well,
atomic mean?
you've got a surprise coming, you bad man. Oh, Genie!
Your wish is my command, oh neat little girl type guy.
Take care of these crumb bums. They're trying to harm me.
Sure are evil looking, Jaspers. It'll be a pleasure. Take that. There you are, miss. Now, can I get back in the lamp? I could sleep for 100 years.
Okay, Genie, and thank you for everything.
It's been wonderful working with you.
And a short while later, when Roger and the boys returned...
Well, it was pretty hectic, but we finally caught this wild goose.
Roger, look, it's Noodles Romanoff and the no-goods, and they're all tied up. They were going to steal your invention, Dan.
Well, Noodles Romanoff and his gang beaten up by a little girl.
And he's supposed to be so tough.
She didn't do it. It was this big, ugly-looking guy. He come out of a lamp.
Oh, really?
Ramjet, you gotta believe me. My reputation will be ruined. It was this big guy.
And so, once again, the forces of evil have been thwarted by the bravest girl-type American Eagle of them all, with a little help from...
I say there, you try to keep it down there, announcer? I'm trying to get a little shut-eye, if you don't mind.
As this infantile episode begins, there is an air of eager anticipation vibrating throughout American Eagle headquarters.
Hey, gang, it's time for cartoon.
Oh, goody, turn on the Hokey Hassenpfeffer show.
Haven't you kids anything better to do?
Oh, come on, Roger, don't be an egghead. You know you like cartoons, too.
Yes, but I can't stand that hokey Hassenpfeffer. What a nincompoop. He's a disgrace to cartoon show MCs all over America.
Hey, it's coming on now.
And here it is, kids. The Hokey Hassenpfeffer Show, starring your favorite TV buffoon, Hokey Hassenpfeffer.
Hi there, boys and girls. Are we gonna have fun for a day?
Yay!
You bet your pockets full of free candy and bubble gum and toys we are. Now watch this new trick I just made up.
That was as graceful as a three-toed sloth with lumbago. What are they cheering for?
They have to, Roger. A friend of mine was on that show once. If you don't cheer, they take away your prizes and throw you in the street.
And now, before we show our next cartoon, one of the dear little kiddies from our audience will come up here and help me pick today's lucky prize winner. Come on out here, sweetheart.
Here I am, Mr. Hassenpfeffer.
Say, Roger, that kid looks awfully familiar.
And what's your name, Sonny?
My name is Noodles.
Your name is Noodles. Isn't that cute?
Not particularly, no.
Not particularly, no. Well, how old are you, sweetie pie?
42, Pickle Puss.
42, Pickle Puss. Isn't that wonderful, boys and girls?
Peripatetic parachutes. I wonder what Romanoff is up to.
And no sooner had Roger asked that question when the answer was supplied in full view of the television audience.
Okay, Hokey, up with your hands. You're going for a little ride with Uncle Noodles and the boys.
Isn't that adorable? He has a toy gun.
And I'm gonna put a toy bullet in your toy brain if you don't come quietly.
Vibrating video tubes. They're kidnapping Hokey.
Well, gang, how about those rutabagas? Noodles Romanoff, showing his famous flair for the dramatic, was kidnapping Hokey Hassenpfeffer right on TV.
Well, so long, kids. I hope you enjoyed today's true life drama brought to you by our sponsor, Crime. Don't bother to tune in tomorrow, because Hokey won't be here, unless this station pays us $1 million ransom.
Well, there you are. Noodles Romanoff and his no-goods had captured the king of afternoon TV, Hokey Hassenpfeffer. But would the station pay $1 million for his return?
Are you kidding?
Okay, Sturdley, I'm a reasonable rat. I'll lower the price to $500,000.
No dice.
$100,000?
Try $1.19.
$1.19.
Too high.
But while Hokey languished in captivity, Roger Ramjet received a heartfelt appeal.
Rescue him? Why, that would be unfair to all the good cartoon show guys, like the ones who show Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles a lot.
But, Roger, the kids all love Hokey. It's up to you as a real all-American hero to get him back. I've got a petition here signed by thousands of your fans. You can't let them down.
And so, true good guy that he is, Roger Ramjet set aside his own personal feelings and did the following. Located Noodles' hideout, took a proton energy pill, beat the peach fuzz out of Romanoff and his henchmen, and returned Hokey Hassenpfeffer to TV.
Hi there, kids. It's great to be back on TV, bringing you more wonderful entertainment. And I want to thank the man who rescued me, that all-American hero, Rodney Rumpot.
Someday I'm going to kill that idiot.
And so once more, the world is a more fun-filled place, thanks to Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles! As this apoplectic episode begins, Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles are preparing to leave for Lompoc, where Roger is to be Grand Marshal of the county fair.
Boy, Roger, this sounds like it's really going to be fun.
Yes, there's nothing like the color and excitement of a county fair.
And we'll get to visit your mother, huh? Won't we, Roger?
To be sure, Dan, Mother always has something entered in the fair. Her pickled peach pits won first prize last year.
And so the next day, Roger and his young companions arrived at the Lompoc County Fair, where they were greeted by kindly old Ma Ramjet.
Hiya, Raj. Hello, kids. You're all a sight for aching orbs.
Greetings, Mother. And what have you entered this year?
Well, I'm turning my attention to the sport of kings this year.
You mean horse racing, Mrs. Ramjet?
I don't mean Chinese checkers, honeypot, and call me Ma, dagnabbit.
You're going to ride a horse?
Not a horse. I'm riding my horse, Lompoc Lad.
But where did you get a horse?
I won him in a little friendly game down at Kreevich's Snooker Palace.
Do you think your horse can win?
I know he can. I can tell a great racehorse when I see one. Learned all about it from my daddy, who was a great judge of horse flesh. Was he a horse trainer? No, he was a butcher. That's a good one, eh, Tubby?
Ow!
Come on, I'll show you my noble steed. There, ain't he a beauty?
My, he's certainly an interesting-looking animal. But are you sure you want to ride in the big race?
I got to, and I got to win, too. There's first prize money of $1,000, which is just enough to pay off the mortgage on the Lompoc home for retired beekeepers. If I don't win, all them poor old folks will get evicted.
Do you wear spurs when you ride, Mrs. Ramjet?
I don't have to. I got long toenails. That's another winner, ain't it, Chubbs? And call me Ma, you rotund little mongoose.
And so as post time grew near, the crowd began to buzz with excitement.
Good afternoon, racing fans. This is your trackside announcer, Vincent Yafnaro, ready to bring you the 47th annual running and a feature race here at beautiful Lompoc Fairgrounds. The horses are on the track, and they all look great. The favorite is Lightning Fanork, number 3. But there is a dark horse in the race. It's Lompoc Lad, ridden by, let's see, by none other than Ma Ramjet, popular local figure and mother of that devil-may-care good guy and internationally famous flying fool, Roger Ramjet. The horses are at the post. The horses are in the starting gate.
You haven't got a chance, lady.
We'll see about that, smarty trousers.
And they're off. It's Lompoc Lad taking the lead.
Ooh, she's winning. Still a long way to go, though.
Into the clubhouse turn, it's Lompoc Lad and Lightning Fanark, neck and neck.
Too bad, lady.
Uh-oh, what bad luck. Ma Ramjet fell, and it looks like they're out of the race.
Mother, are you all right?
No, I'm good and mad. Are we going to take this lying down, Lompoc Lad?
Wait a minute. Ma Ramjet is back in the saddle, and look at them go. They're turning for home, and Lightning Fanark is in front, but Lompoc Lad is closing fast. He's caught up. They're head to head, and it's Lompoc Lad, or rather, Ma Ramjet, by a nose.
Congratulations, Mother.
Save it, Raj. We've got some unfinished business first. That'll teach you to pick on a poor old lady, a miserable, low-down, no...
And so ends another thrilling episode of Roger Ramjet, the American Eagles, and Mrs. Ramjet, too.
Call me Ma, numbskull.
As this euphoric episode begins, we find that all-American good guy and devil-may-care flying fool driving. That's right, not flying, driving. He was driving his auto, the Roger Ramjet Dart, down the Pompton Turnpike when all of a sudden, suddenly...
Oh, hello there. Didn't we meet a few weeks ago at a policeman's ball?
No, we didn't, and we won't if you don't desist in this speedy driving habit of yours. I'm going to have to give you a ticket.
No, officer. As I mentioned, one of your brethren held me up for a ticket to the dance not long ago.
Not that kind of a ticket, Bird Brain. A speeding ticket. You were driving too fast. You were doing 80 in a 60-mile zone.
Oh, well, I can explain that. I've been driving for 6 hours, and I'm kind of under pressure, you see.
Listen, wig out. I don't have time to chit-chat.
Me either.
You're getting a ticket, so let me see your license.
License? Oh, yes, driver's license. Here you are, officer.
All right, Ramjet, this license is expired. You aren't supposed to be driving a car altogether.
Well, this car really isn't altogether. Just take
I'm taking you into the station. You're under arrest.
Well, boys and boys, Roger had neglected to renew his driver's license since 1935. That's known in legal circles as a dumb. But Roger pleaded his own case before the judge.
Your Honor, I've been misunderstood.
30 days.
Misjudged.
60 days.
Missentence?
90 days, but keep it up. You're hot.
Can you believe that? You can't? Well, you should. Oh, woe is me now, boy. Crime is going to pay. And in every village and hamlet, from cities into towns, crime was having a ball. Things were being stolen, swiped, stepped on, punched, and in general, things weren't on the up and up, and all for one reason. Roger Ramjet was in jail.
Boys, we've just got to do something. This crime wave is staggering. If it isn't stopped soon, who knows what will become of us guys?
I got an idea.
What is it, Doodle?
Let's go straighten up our rooms before company comes.
Very funny. Wait. What are all criminals in the world afraid of?
Pains of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia?
No. Roger Ramjet.
But we don't have Roger Ramjet.
No, but we have Roger's dry cleaning. What I mean is, well, listen.
And as they listened, a nifty plot was unfurled. And soon...
Okay, lady. Up with your...
Yikes!
I thought Roger Ramjet was in jail. If he ain't... I will be. Who needs lumps from that proton energy pill? Patent pending.
The plan had worked. Crime had been stopped by the ingenuity of the American Eagle Squadron. They had used Roger's clothes to make the underworld believe that Roger was free. And soon after that, Roger Ramjet, traffic violator, was released from prison.
Roger, I hope you've learned your lesson. Even though you are a hero of sorts, you still have to renew your driver's license and keep it up to date, which is redundant.
Oh, indeed, I have your wardenship, and thank you very much for the suit and the nice $5.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. Isn't anyone here to pick you up?
Oh, no, you don't. The American Eagles are too young to drive, and I still have no license. I'll just walk over to the bus stop and wait for a bus.
So, Ramjet, we meet again. I'll have to give you a ticket for jaywalking.
Oh, no.
And as the bailiff sinks slowly in the west, we bid a fond adieu to Roger Ramjet and all the fellows at Sing Song Prison. As this emblem-like episode begins, we find things going amiss at American Eagle headquarters.
How come you decided to do this? Who gave you the idea?
My agent.
Your agent?
That's right, my agent. And she's on her way over here right now, so you'd better shape up.
All right. Where is he? Where's my property? Where's that handsome hunk of man who's about to make us all rich?
Here I am, Agatha, and I'd like you to meet the American Eagles. Boys, this is Miss Agatha Agent. We're going on a public relations tour and charge all my fans just scads of money to come and see me.
Come on, Moneybags, let's go.
Boy, oh boy, Roger Ramjet is being taken for a ride.
Gee, Mr. Ramjet, I have long looked up to you as a leader and my hero. May I have your autograph?
Certainly, my son.
25 cents, please. 25 cents? What a rotten hero. First time I ever blew 2 bits on an F. Next man.
But that's not fair.
Schmear, you've got to learn to be tough when you're in the public eye. Don't let him get away with nothing.
Suddenly a masked gunman entered the supermarket.
All right, everybody, this is a stick-up. Give me all the cash out of the till.
Look at that, Agatha. Now, hold up. It's time for Roger to go into action.
Hold it a minute, Hero Head. Let me negotiate the job for you. Where's the manager?
I'm right here. Do something. Save me.
Okay. That'll be $1,000 to save the store, $1,500 if you want the crook caught.
But that's robbery.
Take it or leave it.
Okay. I'll take it.
You'll be sorry. We want cash in advance.
But I don't have any cash. That man is stealing it all.
Sorry, baby. No cash advance, no heroic work. Simple as that.
Thanks, sucker. Goodbye and buy bonds.
I don't like the way this is working out.
Cool it, sweetie. Stick with Agatha. Don't sweat it. Now, tomorrow we'll go to the Pomona Fair. You'll be doing a soft shoe routine.
But I don't dance.
You will tomorrow. You're following Fink's mules.
I don't like the smell of this.
But true to his commitment, the next day found Roger Ramjet and Agatha Agent at the Pomona Fair. The place was packed.
Okay, sweetie, you're on next. Knock 'em dead. But be careful not to get any of the last act on you.
As Roger Ramjet prepared to wow them with his act, a masked gunman, the same one who robbed the supermarket, approached the box office.
Up with your hands, baby. I want all the proceeds of this here show.
Hold up! The money is gone! What? Roger! They've stolen our money! Save it! Be a hero! That's our money! Hurry!
Oh, I'm sorry, Agatha. You'll have to talk with my agent. I don't do hero work for nothing, you know.
Oh, now don't be an idiot. That's okay when somebody else's money is stolen, but that's mine. Now go get it.
Nope, I'm on to you, Agatha. You're a bad lady. You're selfish and mean and corrupt, and you don't care about anybody but yourself.
So? I'm an agent. What do you want from me?
I want out of my contract with you. I'm going back to being a true blue hero.
Well, that's showbiz.
And that's just what Roger did. He shot down a proton energy pill. And he quickly caught up with the thief and... And so things were like they used to be. Roger was a true hero once again. And Agatha? Well, Agatha went right on being an agent, hustling up new business wherever she could.
Baby, you can't miss. Your name up in lights, the city at your feet. I tell you, Tubby, we can make a fortune together.
You really think I got star quality, huh?
Baby, it's you. It's you.
As this enthusiastic episode begins, we find Roger Ramjet hard at work at a daily chore. He was figuring out the daily news.
Oh, well, this is terrible. This is heinous. This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Something terrible in the news?
No, in Nancy. Sluggo just got beat up by a bully.
Wait till you see what happened to Ferdinand.
Wait, here's an interesting advertisement. Listen to this. If I was you guys, I'd sure buy land in Vista View before it's all gone. It says it's the last wild outpost in southern Oregon.
I thought all southern Oregon was a wild outpost, especially on Saturday night when the other two guys come into town.
It says, now you can buy Vista View cabin sites for just $10,000 down and $10,000 a month. How can you beat that?
With a stick.
Vista View will make a beautiful retirement place for me when I'm too old to be a hero. Why, I could build a nice little cabin, rest in the wilderness, hunt game and fish, even walk through the woods.
And when Roger's mind was made up, there was no changing it, usually. Yank said...
Is your mind made up about buying the lot?
And Roger said...
Well, yes and no.
So they were off in the Ramjet mobile for high adventure in southern Oregon. At Vista View, shrewd land developers were making plans.
Well, Garth, what do you think of our Vista View lots? Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, if you like barren knolls. Your beauty's all the money we make from selling the trees we had to cut down.
Yeah, and the money we make by selling chintzy little lots of them city dump cops.
Well, kids, this is it. What do you think?
Hello there. Could I interest you in a beautiful Vista View lot?
Just sign here in a dotted line where it says sign here in a dotted line.
Well, first I'd like to look around.
Certainly. Take all or any part of 10 seconds.
Where are all the trees your ad said were here?
A misprint. We had to cut them down to spare them from Dutch elm disease.
But they were pine trees.
That's our mistake.
And where's the beautiful river that your ad said runs through the valley like your grandmother's paisley shawl?
That always dries up this time of year.
But it rains here all the time. How could a river dry up?
That's a good question.
Listen, you guys, I don't think you're on the up and up at all. I think you're bilking the public by misrepresenting this land. Not only that, you've ruined the beauty by cutting down all the trees.
You know, people's tastes differ. You know, some don't like all those trees because of the noise the animals make when they run up and down the branches.
Nah, if you're not going to buy, get out.
All right, but we're not through with you yet. We're reporting you for misleading advertising.
Roger, are those guys crooks?
Well, in a way, yes, Yank. They lied in the newspaper.
No, more than that. Look at this map. They don't even own that land. It's a national park.
A national park? You mean those men are selling a national park?
They can't do that.
I'll say we're going to put a stop to it.
Come on, we'll go down and cut some more of the government's trees and sell them to the paper companies.
All right.
Quick, kids, we've got to stop this wooded carnage.
Later for that, what about them finks cutting down the trees?
Right, let's go.
Oh, my gosh, Roger. We're going to be crushed by a huge tree.
Quickly, stand behind me while I take this proton energy pill. I think that I shall never see a tree that hurts as much as thee.
Quick, Roger, the real estate crooks are getting away.
Oh, no, you don't, men. There, that should hold you for a while.
Oh, it'll hold me for a good long time.
It's to jail with you men. Call the police, kids.
Does your head still hurt from that tree, Roger?
Only when I look out of it with my eyes.
How does it feel?
Well, I get this dull ache that starts here and then kind of builds, you know. And before I know it, my neck is aching and my eyes throb, and then my ears turn red. In my business, I really have to find relief, so I turn to...
As this unmitigated episode begins, we find the members of the American Eagle Squadron in a quandary. For Yank, Doodle, Dan, and Dee are confronted with a real problem.
Well, maybe we could... No, that wouldn't work.
What if we... No, we couldn't do that either.
Will you kids please stop doing your famous impression of a talking merry-go-round and tell me what's wrong? You're making me dizzy.
Well, we just can't say, Roger.
Well, if you can't even confide in me, your leader, then I'm afraid I can't help you. I'm going out for a walk.
Gosh, I guess we made Roger kind of mad at us. I know, but we couldn't tell him that we need some money to buy him a nice birthday present, could we?
No, that would spoil the surprise.
In the meantime, how are we going to get some dough?
Hey, gang, look at this announcement in the paper. They're having a pizza eating contest next Saturday at Uncle Murray's Family Pizza Parlor. And the first prize is $50. That's it. We'll enter Doodle. He could eat more pizza than anybody in the world. Hooray! How about it, Doodle? Will you do it?
I'm willing to make any sacrifice to help out my pals.
And so it seemed as though the problem was solved. Doodle would enter the contest and win first prize. After all, who can eat more pizza than Doodle?
I can. That's who.
Uh-oh, it wasn't going to be an easy victory for Doodle after all. For a surprise entry in the contest was none other than Hungry Harry Hockfleisch, heavyweight eating champion of the 7th Fleet.
That kid don't stand a chance.
And so the day of the big contest finally arrived. News of the event had spread and special press coverage had been arranged. Even a special broadcast featuring...
Good afternoon, mozzarella fans. This is Vincent Yaffnaro, tableside at Uncle Murray's Family Pizza Parlor, to bring you a bite-by-bite description of this great event. The favorite is that famous seagoing glutton, Hungry Harry Hockfleisch, the swilling sailor. But there also seems to be quite a bit of backing for young Doodle of the American Eagle Squadron.
You can do it, Doodle boy. Go get him.
On your marks, get set, munch.
And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Harry starts out with a huge sausage, and Doodle counters with, let's see, it's, yes, a medium mushroom and pepperoni combination.
Doodle looks great out there. Harry is faster, but Doodle seems to have a nice, steady pace.
We're heading into the home stretch, fans, and it's still anybody's pizza match. Uh-oh, it looks as though Doodle may be slowing down a bit.
What's the matter, Doodle?
Don't worry, gang. I won't quit in my corner. What courage, what determination. Doodles has resumed eating, and the crowd is with this kid all the way.
See, look, Dan. Hungry Harry is slowing down, too.
This kid is the toughest I've ever faced. What drama, what excitement, fans. Wait a minute. Doodle is signaling for time. He wants to talk to his trainer. Is he ready to give up?
Hey, is your man unable to continue?
Quite the contrary. He just asked if he could have some dessert after the contest.
Dessert? That does it. I give up. The kid wins.
And here's your prize, my boy. A certificate for a $50 worth of pizza.
$50 worth of pizza? We must have read it wrong.
All of a sudden, I don't feel so good.
And the next day, a touching scene was enacted at American Eagle headquarters.
Kids, this was sweet of you to give me a birthday present, and just what I wanted, $50 worth of pizza.
We're glad you like it, Roger.
And tonight, I'm taking you all to Uncle Murray's for a pizza dinner.
If you don't mind, Roger, I'd just as soon stay home and have a peanut butter sandwich.
And so ends another crusty adventure of Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles! As this emblazoned episode begins, our government, the one in Washington, D.C., is on the verge of collapse. General G.I. Brassbottom said,
Listen, Verge, we're in trouble.
What's wrong now, General? I hope nothing bad has happened, like a truce.
Nearly as bad as that. Through an oversight, I left my desk open last night, and valuables are missing.
Don't worry, sir. I'll find out who copped your peanut butter on rye.
It wasn't my lunch, you dim bulb. I keep that in the safe. It was highly secret microfilm. If it should fall into the hands of the enemy, they'll know about every one of our secret weapons.
Gosh almighty.
We've got to get that film back.
I'll put in a call to Roger Ramjet.
Roger Ramjet? Why Roger Ramjet?
It's his show.
Oh.
And so the call was made, and Ramjet, everybody's hero, and so on, was on the case. Roger said,
One more question, Your Army ship.
What is it, Ramjet? You're wasting precious time.
What is microfilm?
It's a teensy-weensy strip of film about yay big.
Then it could be hidden in a pumpkin.
Forget it. That's the first place we looked.
I see. Well, I'll get on it right away. Don't worry, sir.
Why should I worry? It's only my career. I don't have to do this for a living. There's always nuclear physics.
But true to his word, Roger Ramjet set his gnat-like mind...
That's trap-like!
Oh, yes, sorry about that. Trap-like mind to work. But meanwhile, in another part of the country, one of the meanest, rottenest, most dangerous spies in the world, Jacqueline Hyde, was saying to her assistant...
Stanley, they've done it again.
Oh.
They have stolen this valuable microfilm from the government. My country will pay me a pretty ruble for this information.
I thought there was a pretty penny.
You spy in your rate of exchange, I'll spy in mine.
But as the two spies were chortling over their evil deeds, two mysterious eyes appeared at the window.
Stanley, someone is at the window. Keep up a normal conversation while I investigate.
Midnight
That should do it. Stanley, what are you mumbling about?
Nevermore. Just carrying on a normal conversation so as not to arouse no suspicion.
Stanley, we've got to escape with that information. I'd recognize that scream anywhere. You know who that was?
Oh, it sounded like a girl I used to go with, but I don't suppose...
It was Roger Ramjet. He was spying on us.
Quickly, we shall use the secret tunnel and escape.
Jacqueline was right. Those eyes were the eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth, Roger Ramjet. Let's join him as he falls 128 stories towards certain death.
With a little luck, I'll break the fall with my head.
All right. Break it up. What happened here?
I don't know, officer. I just got here.
Quick, Stanley. Now's our chance to make a getaway. Quickly, driver. Take me to the airport and hurry.
Okay, lady, any place you like.
All right, what happened here?
I don't know. We just got here.
I'm going to have to give you a ticket.
But I don't dance.
Not to the policeman's ball, a traffic ticket.
I don't traffic too good either.
Quick, Stanley. We must continue on our mission.
What happened?
I don't know. I just got here.
Jekyll and Hyde and Stanley are captured in a manhole, Roger. What are we going to do?
Come out of there, you two. You're covered.
Stanley, quickly. Eat this microfilm.
No, after being in this sewer, ma'am, I just couldn't touch another bite.
And so those enemies in our way of life, Jekyll and Hyde and Stanley, were captured, put in jail, and the microfilm was returned to Washington.
Ramjet, I don't know how to thank you. You've saved our country again. Tell me, what happened?
I don't know, General. I just got here.
And so as the sun sinks slowly behind the Pentagon, we bid a bond adieu and a hearty thank you to Roger Ramjet and the American Eagle! As this erratic episode begins, we find everyone's hero, Roger Ramjet, at the day's mail at American Eagle Squadron Headquarters.
Interesting. My subscription to Roger Ramjet Illustrated has lapsed. Let's see, here's another bill from Brooks Brothers. I thought I paid cash for my Roger Ramjet suits.
Who's that one from, Roger?
Oh, what one?
That one there in your hand.
Oh, this one. Why, it's from Africa. I'll be propellered. Uh-oh, I can't read it. Seems to be in Swahili or some other strange handwriting.
You got it upside down, Roger.
Just checking you there, Doodle. Very good. Now then.
What does it say?
It says, Dear Roger. That sounds familiar. Oh, well, I want you and yours to come for a visit. We'll have a wonderful safari in deepest Africa. And it's signed, your friend, Farley Farquhar.
A safari? Whoopee! When do we go?
P.S. Right now.
And before Roger could say, pass the mashed potatoes and pine bark, please, he and the American Eagle Squadron were winging their way to the Dark Continent.
You are Roger and Ramjet? Oh, boy, Ernest Hummingbird with his brains kicked out.
Yes, I am, and you must be Farley Farquhar, the man who invited us to go safaring.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Well, are you?
Yes, and you know what you're going to hunt? Eagles!
Eagles?
Yes, American eagles! Run for your lives!
Roger, what's going on?
Yeah, a joke is a joke, but this ain't funny.
Huh? I just remembered where I've heard that name before.
Don't tell me it's from an old familiar score.
No, it's something I read. Farley Farquhar is an eccentric millionaire. He left the United States years ago to search for a new kind of adventure and thrill.
Oh, Keen, you mean he's nuts, and his adventure isn't hunting big game animal type. It's hunting people.
That's right. He lures people to Africa, then he hunts them. No one has ever escaped. So come on, men. We'll keep under cover and see if we can sneak back to our planes. Follow me, men!
You're captured.
And you're crazy.
Oh, yeah? Who's in the pit?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to give you a 5-minute start. You will be unarmed. After 5 minutes, I will come a-hunting after you with lots of guns and grenades and poison. Now, you may get started, but be warned, I know every square inch of this jungle. You ain't got a chance. Now, go.
Boys, I've got a plan. Listen.
And immediately, Roger's plan was put into action. Using some animal costumes they had the foresight to bring with them, the eagles dressed up like wild animals.
Well, the 5 minutes is up. Now it's after those eagles. Here I come, ready or not. Don't bite. No way. I'll do anything. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
I I had a feeling you were really a fraidy cat.
I've been hornswoggled, you low down.
You're afraid to play fair. You weren't looking for new adventure. You were afraid of everything. You're just a mean guy.
Well, you found me out. For years, I wanted to be a great hunter, but the animals always scared me. I was afraid they'd eat my nose off. That's why I thought I could hunt people. Oh, I'm a bad boy.
But now you see the error of your ways. You'll be all right now. No more hunting people or animals. We'll be on our way.
That's right, Roger and the lovable American Eagles. No more people or animals. Just airplanes.
Today's esoteric episode begins in Cape Canaveral, Connecticut, where our government is about to make history with a rocket trip to the moon.
Well, men, I think you'll all agree it's a lovely day for a blast.
Suddenly, bad news was announced.
General, something awful has happened.
Don't tell me some war is over.
No, but Aaron Astro, the pilot of our moon rocket, is very sick.
Well, you do have to be a little screwy to want to go up in one of those things in the first place.
No, not that kind of sick. He has the flu.
We've got to send someone to the moon today. We need a volunteer.
Did someone say volunteer?
Ramjet, you're going to the moon for your country.
What a keen thing to do of a Tuesday afternoon.
And so it was decided Roger Ramjet would replace the sick astronaut and go to the moon.
Dazzling dwarf dusters. Look at all these instruments and controls. I wonder what they do.
All right, Ramjet. We're about set to blast off. We'll be in constant radio touch with you. All the controls you see there have been preset to take you straight to the moon and back. You don't have to touch a thing.
But, General,
Suddenly the giant rocket blasted off, but something went awry. The rocket did not go to the moon at all. It went over a nearby hill and landed right back on Earth.
It's out of sight. Have you got him on your radar tracking?
No, General. Something went wrong. I can't find him.
That rocket must have blasted off so fast it's on the moon already. See if you can contact Ramjet by radio.
Space Central to Roger Ramjet. Space Central to Roger Ramjet. Come in if you know what's good for you.
I've landed. I'm on the moon.
That's right. Everybody thought Roger Ramjet had actually flown to the moon. But we know a lot better than that, don't we, gang?
Roger Moonman Ramjet here. Nice job of work down there on the ground.
You're coming in perfectly. Take the portable microphone and get out of the ship. Let us know what the moon is really like, lad.
Ooh, it's just about as hard as the Earth.
What does it look like, Roger?
I'd say there is definitely life here, General.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm looking at a man petting a rabbit.
Great Scott!
I'm going to try and communicate with him. Hello there. I'm a spaceman. I fly through the air.
Oh, I'm Lenny the haired head. I pet rabbits.
You're very large. Is everybody on the moon as big as you?
I don't know everybody on the moon. Nope, not everybody, nope. Want to pet my rabbit?
What's going on up there, Ramjet?
General, the people here aren't too civilized, but they're friendly. I'm going to explore the terrain. General, I see a building. I'm going to approach it and see what's going on.
All right, Roger. But be careful. They may be hostile.
General, I can see in the building now. There are several funny-looking people. One of them is really funny-looking.
Huh?
He has a great big nose.
Really?
I'd hate to tangle with him.
Ramjet, I want you to try and make contact with them.
That's asking too much, sir. The guy with the funny nose looks like a killer.
That's an order, Ramjet.
Well, obviously, they're not going to let me in. I'll just take a proton energy pill. They give me the strength of 20 atom bombs for a period of 20 seconds. Then I'll just break the door in and... Does sorry do any good?
No. Big nose, is it?
Oh! Sorry. Anyone can make an honest mistake.
And so another bruising episode of Roger Ramjet comes to an end and proves once more that anyone can make an honest mistake. Sorry about that. As this exacting episode begins, we find Roger Ramjet disseminating some well-received information to the American Eagle Squadron, Yank, Doodle, Dan, and Dee.
Really, Roger?
You're not kidding? You're really going to do it?
Yes, kids, I really am. I'm going to buy a swimming pool.
Hooray!
Yes, Yes, boys and girls, Roger Ramjet had finally broken down. He was going to have a swimming pool put in at American Eagle Squadron headquarters.
I'm planning on putting it right about here, kids. What do you think?
Put it anywhere, but give her a page.
Wherever you say, Roger.
Then it's there she'll be. The men should be here any minute. I hope they can get the equipment in all right.
Hey, Harry! That's gonna be a tight one, huh?
I will never make it, Bert. I don't know why people don't put in pools first and then build the trees and stuff afterwards.
Well, we promised Ramjet we'd have the pool in by Indian summer, so we'll just have to chance it.
Okay, Bert. You're the kingpin type. Here goes.
What was that?
Ramjet.
The first was the house being ripped up. The second one was our neighbor, grimy Gus Irate.
I see. You take care of Gus, and I'll see about listing the house.
Okay, Ramjet, you just ruined my house. What are you gonna do about it?
Fall to my knees and apologize fiercely.
No good. You're gonna fix it. And not only that, you're not gonna put in a pool. I hate them. Hate.
Well, boys and girls, it seems a nice gesture on Roger's part has turned out to have been a neighborhood feud. What do you think Roger will do about it?
Move.
Move?
That's right. Arizona, baby, or Utah. I've been getting tired of this neighborhood for a long time, and I think we need a change of scenery.
But, Roger, we like it here. All our friends are here. We go to school here. Our charge accounts are here.
Yeah, Roger, you can't move just because we have one sore-headed neighbor. You gotta stand up for our rights.
Doodle's right, Roger. We've got to finish the pool and act like nothing has happened.
What is it, Ramjet?
I just thought I'd let you know of our decision. We're finishing the pool, and we're staying.
Have it your way. I hate swimming pools. I hate them. They won't finish it if I have anything to say about it.
I don't understand it, Mr. Ramjet. The hole was filled in again. That sets us back, completion-wise.
But not for long, because Roger had an idea.
I have an idea.
Forget it, Roger. So do we. We're going to post a guard.
How do you know that's not my idea?
Is it?
No, I thought we'd all run through the front yard sprinklers for a while. Who needs a pool, really?
And the all-night guard worked. Gus Irate, the man who hated swimming pools, was foiled at every turn.
I don't know what you've got against pools, Gus, but you're going in. How does that feel? We taught Gus a lesson. Turned out he hated water because he'd never had a bath.
There you are, Mr. Ramjet. I hope you like it.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Do you take diners?
And so, under days of pressuring pressure, Roger's pool was completed, and shortly the kids were frolicking about in the Aqua H2O type water.
Wait!
So, boys and girls, remember to always take your bath, or Daddy might build a pool. As this thigh-slapping episode begins, there is an air of eager anticipation at American Eagle headquarters. Yank, Doodle, Dan, and Dee are seated in front of the television set, ready to laugh their little heads off. For in a few moments, they'll be seeing the one and only Pinky Finger, America's funniest comedian.
Oh, boy, I can hardly wait for those wonderful jokes.
Yeah, I guess Pinky's about the funniest guy in the whole world.
Get ready to laugh it up, America, 'cause here's Pinky!
Thank you very much, Ed. You deserve a great big hand right across the mouth. But seriously, folks, you know, Ed used to be a great athlete, and he's still got the feet to prove it. Hey, I don't have to do this for a living. My folks are in the iron and steel business. My mother irons and my father steel. The other day, I got a dog for my kid. About the best trade I ever made.
Oh, boy, Pinky Finger is great. No wonder he's the highest paid entertainer in America.
And as Pinky Finger made the entire nation rock with laughter, someone else was vitally interested in him. It was Noodles Romanoff and his band of no-goods.
Boys, tonight's tonight. We kidnap Pinky Finger and hold him for $1 million ransom, right?
Right. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, sure.
Good, fine, too.
Baton Rouge.
And, boys and girls, that's exactly what they did. As Pinky Finger left the TV studio, Noodles and his evils were waiting.
Okay, Finger, we're putting the arm on you.
You guys look like you're auditioning for Elliot Ness.
This is no laughing matter, Finger. We've nailed you.
Yes, it was true. Pinky Finger, America's greatest comedian, had been kidnapped. This was a national emergency. And to solve this dastardly crime, our government once again turned to...
Roger Ramjet, internationally famed you-know-what and devil-may-care flying fool reporting, sir.
Ramjet, sometimes I think you're America's #1 clown. I want you to find Pinky Finger. His disappearance has put our nation's morale at an all-time low. And a sad country is a bad country.
How about putting it this way, General? A nation that grins together wins together.
How about getting out of my office? And don't return until you have a Pinky to show me.
But even as Roger Ramjet searched for the missing Pinky, the TV network tried desperately to find a replacement. They tried other comedians.
I know a guy with a wooden leg named Joe.
What's the name of his other leg?
They tried impersonators.
All right, you dirty rats.
Impressionists.
All right, you dirty rats.
Jugglers.
All right, you dirty rats.
Meanwhile, at the secret hideout of Noodles Romanoff...
Finger, I want you to tell all your jokes into this tape recorder. When we've got a whole tape of your best jokes, we're gonna send them to your biggest rival, Milton Zip.
Milton Zip? That's the last straw. I don't mind being kidnapped, but when you try to steal my jokes, you've gone too far. Help! Help!
And as luck would have it...
Suffering Sikorsky's. That's Pinky Voice's Finger. I mean... Oh, well, you know what I mean.
In a trice, Roger entered the crook's hideout, and taking one of his proton energy pills, he made short work of the culprits.
That should do it.
Nice work, Ramjet. I'd have handled it myself, but my religion forbids it. I'm a devout coward.
And so, thanks to the efforts of America's greatest hero, America's greatest comic was once more insulting his way into the hearts of a nation.
My watch is on the bum. My brother-in-law's wearing it.
And so ends another episode of Roger Ramjet and the American Eagle.
I saw your last show, and I'm sure it will be.
As this extruded episode begins, we find those negative bad guys from outer space, the dreaded solenoid robots, planning another attack on our planet. We don't like them, do we, kids?
Buzz Click, George, I think I've got it. Buzz Click, we'll descend to Earth and be nice to the people. Everyone will love us. Buzz Click, we will gain their confidence. Buzz Click, they will think we are wonderful. Then we will run for president and be elected.
And so the plan was put into effect. The robots came to Earth and acted as everyone's friend and helper. Oh, what a sneaky group.
Walkstreet, read all about it. Everybody likes the solenoid robots a lot. Walkstreet.
The whole world was being taken in by these ratty robots from outer space. The whole world, with a few minor exceptions, that is.
Ramjet, I guess you know about the solenoid robots.
Yes, they're dastardly people. They're trying to win the world's confidence.
But we're on to them, aren't we, men? We know what they're up to.
Yes, General, we do. One of them is up to about 3 feet 6 inches now.
Another one is cleaning out our garage.
What? You mean you're allowing them to help you, too?
Why not play along with them when you have a dirty garage?
It's just that kind of attitude we don't want, Ramjet. We've got to expose these fiends before it's too late. Why, there's already talk of electing one of them president of the United States.
Never happened.
Why do you say that?
They haven't established residency yet.
Nevertheless, men, we're the only ones who know about these fiends, and it's up to us to inform the rest of the world. But how?
I've got it. Now, here's my plan.
I think the world is ready now.
Yes, everyone loves us so much we can rule the world.
Buzz Click, we'll go on television and ask the entire world to elect us to be its leaders. They'll do it in a thrice.
I thought they did it in a voting booth.
You're demented.
And so as the robots prepared for the election speech, Roger Ramjet was still at work, about to hatch his counterplot.
Okay, kids. Now, have you got the plan?
Yeah, Roger. The minute those robots go on television, we start jamming everyone's channel with our special commercial instiller. No one will hear what the robots are saying.
That's right. Get set.
And here they are now, ladies and gentlemen, America's own warm and wonderful solenoid robots.
Thank you, Arthur. Ladies and gentlemen, we come before you tonight to ask you an important question.
Does your cigarette taste different lately?
And not only that...
Why, Gladys, I could have sworn I saw a dove fly in your window.
If elected to lead you, I promise...
To make your washer 10 feet high.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're at the voting polls tomorrow, remember...
It's what's up front that counts.
So won't you please...
Lie down and touch your toes with your earlobe.
Okay, Buzz. Click. Thank you.
Those guys are nuts.
Who do they think they're kidding?
I ain't seen anybody like that. I wouldn't vote for them.
Send them back where they came from.
Right now, Bums. I must say, Ramjet, the idea of jamming up the television channels was a masterful bit of work. How did you ever think of it?
Well, I just figured something like that might work.
But how did you know?
I just knew, that's all.
But how did you think of it?
I just did. Must you badger?
I want to know.
Well, it's none of your business.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Why, you don't ask questions like that.
The general may never find out how Roger knew, but that's not important. What's important in life is liberty and the pursuit of happiness and an occasional candy bar. As this bushwhacking episode begins, Roger Ramjet delivers some powerful good news to his young friends of the American Eagle Squadron.
Well, kids, how would you like to go out west?
You mean the real West, where seldom is heard a discouraging word? Where the coyotes howl and the wind blows free?
Where the longhorn cattle feed on a lonely Jimson weed?
All right, already, but listen to this. We're going to attend a real rodeo.
Oh, boy, a rodeo with bucking broncos and trick riding and roping and stuff like that.
Correct. I've been chosen as Grand Marshal for the world's biggest rodeo, the annual Yippee Yahoo Frontier Wild West Stampede celebration in Saddle Sore, Wyoming.
Gosh, I didn't know you knew about horses and stuff, Roger.
Are you kidding? I mean, are you plumb loco, gal? Why, I used to punch cattle.
Why did you quit? Did the cattle start punching back?
Very amusing, Doodle, but I'll have you know I was once the champion bronc rider west of Lompoc.
But there's nothing west of Lompoc.
Well, that shows you how good I was.
Are you really going to ride in the rodeo, Roger?
No, Dee, I'm retired from competition now. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other fellows. Why, the last time I rode in a rodeo, I walked off with all the prizes.
How did you do that?
Bow-legged, I bet.
And so, just a few days later, Roger and his young companions arrived at the quaint old western town of Saddle Sore, Wyoming, where they were met by Stony Silence.
Howdy, I'm Stony Silence, the greatest bronc rider in these here parts. I see by your outfit that you are some kind of nut.
I happen to be Roger Ramjet, internationally famous good guy and devil-may-care flying fool.
Never heard of you.
And it just so happens that Roger used to be a champion cowboy, too.
That's a good one, ain't it, boys?
You don't have to take that, Roger.
I don't? Oh, yes, I don't. Well, come on, kids. While we're waiting for the rodeo to begin, I'll show you some trick roping. Watch this.
Uh-oh, Roger just lassoed a huge Brahma bull.
You see, boys, the trick is to keep your loop open. And... Yikes! Oh, hi. Say, did my silly rope land right in your horn there?
Oh, I can't look.
And as Roger tried to make a hasty exit from the bullpen, the mighty Brahma gave him a boost.
And the first contestant in the steer bulldogging competition is why, it's Roger Ramjet.
Walk out below!
4 seconds flat, ladies and gents. Roger Ramjet has set a new world's record for bulldogging a steer.
That lucky dude couldn't even steer a bulldog.
Attaboy, Roger. Now we'll really show that smart aleck what a great cowboy you are.
We will?
Sure. We just entered you in a bucking bronco contest.
But you shouldn't have done that.
We know you don't want us to show off, Roger, but that guy made us sore.
Not as sore as I'm going to be. Wait.
Let go! Put me down!
Now, folks, Roger Ramjet himself will ride that famous wild bronco, Bonebreaker.
This ought to be good, boys. Nobody's ever stayed on that cayuse, not even me.
Hey, what happened to my bubble gum?
This is no time to worry about bubblegum. Roger's ready to ride.
And out of the chute, here comes Bone Breaker with Roger Ramjet in the saddle.
Hey, look at that.
Uh-oh. I just found out what happened to my bubble gum. Roger must have sat in it by mistake. Look at him go.
And as the sun sinks slowly in the west, we bid adios to the greatest bronco rider of them all, Roger Buck Ramjet and the American Eagle Squadron! As this disputatious episode begins, the telephone rings at American Eagle headquarters.
Ramjet, I want you to drop everything and come to Washington. It might be a little embarrassing, sir. You see, I just have this towel. This is no time for your hysterical witticisms, Ramjet. The peace of the world is being threatened. Which peace is that, sir? Ramjet, you idiot, report to my office immediately or I'll hit you with a stick.
And so once more, Roger Ramjet answered his country's call as he reported to General G.I. Brassbottom.
Roger Ramjet, internationally famous good guy and devil-may-care flying fool reporting, sir.
Ramjet, there's trouble south of the border.
San Domino again, General?
I'm afraid so, Ramjet. The government is on the verge of collapse.
Perhaps they're driving themselves too hard, General.
Ramjet, get down to San Domino and find out what's wrong.
Right you are, sir. Adios, amigo, hasta luego, hasta ma...
And so it was that Roger Ramjet arrived once more in the tiny Latin American Republic of San Domino, where he called on the Presidente General Pancho La Panza.
Roger Ramjet, my good friend.
What seems to be the trouble down here?
In San Domino, we put plenty of hot sauce on our food. Except now, we don't got the hot sauce.
You mean...
Somebody stole all the hot sauce in San Domino. Without the hot sauce, the people won't eat. I tell you, amigo, it's a bad scene.
But not everyone in San Domino was unhappy. Oh, no. Not beef enchilada.
Ha, ha, ha.
Nor his brother chicken.
Ha, ha, ha.
Nor their girlfriend tequila mockingbird.
Ha, ha, ha.
They weren't unhappy.
Ha, ha, ha.
And do you know why?
Because we got the hot sauce, that's why.
See, that's why.
Shut up.
Okay.
Then we sell the hot sauce and we make lots of money, see?
It's all right.
It's all right.
So this was the answer. The rotten enchiladas were going to sell their stolen hot sauce on the black market?
General, it seems to me that whoever stole the hot sauce will try to sell it.
Ramjet, you are one smart gringo.
You're very kind. Now, General, I have a plan.
And indeed he did. Quickly, Roger placed an ad in the San Domino newspaper offering to buy a large quantity of hot sauce. Posing as a wealthy American condiment collector named Hot Sauce Ralston, he waited for the crooks to contact him. And a short while later, as he strolled down the street...
Hey, guy, you want to buy some hot sauce?
And shortly thereafter, Roger found himself in the hideout of the enchiladas.
Okay, wealthy American. I sell you 40,000 gallons of genuine San Domino Ow brand hot sauce. How much money you got?
You won't be selling anything, enchilada. You're through.
Ay, caramba! It's the janky thing, Roger Ramjet.
Quick, get him before he takes a peel.
A banana peel?
No, a proton energy pill. Pill. That should hold you, hot sauce hijackers.
Ramjet, go home.
And so San Domino bade sad farewell to that hero of heroes, Roger Ramjet.
Our people are eating and smiling once more, thanks to you, my friend. How can we thank you?
Well, before I go, General, I'd like one little taste of your famous hot sauce.
Aye, be careful, amigo. It's pretty hot stuff. Ramjet, wait! You forgot your plane, hombre!
And so ends another spicy episode of that saucy hero, Roger Ramjet.
Roger Ramjet and his eagles fighting for our freedom. Fly through wind and outer space, not to join 'em, but to beat 'em. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. for his adventures. Just be sure and stay tuned to this station. So come and join us, all you kids, for lots of fun and laughter. As Roger Ramjet and his men get all the perks they're after. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station.
As this effortless episode begins, we find the world in a dilemma. The world was growing smaller.
Hey, you're standing on my eye.
Get your auto out of my flower bin, Fresh.
Sorry about that.
Move over.
Washington was concerned.
Ramjet, someone or something is shrinking the world.
Oh, really?
That's right. Ramjet, you've got to do something about this. Find the responsible person.
If you ask me, General, I'd say whomever is doing this is totally irresponsible.
You know, Ramjet, there is a boyish quality about you that makes an older man think about committing you to an institution.
Thank you, sir. I'll do my best.
And the best is exactly what it would take, because high above the world, circling in their spaceship, were the dreaded, fearful, scary solenoid robots. Were they the responsible parties, or irresponsible parties?
Well, Meredith, it seems to be working.
Yes, Sheldon, it does. This is a marvelous invention, the shrinker ray.
Yes, we can shrink anything with it. All we must do is to keep it turned on the object until it shrinks into the size we want.
Shortly, the world will be so small, no one will be able to move at all. Then we will conquer it. The world will be ours. Aren't we, devils?
No, we're Buzz-Click robots.
And as Sheldon Robot explained his idea to Meredith Robot, Roger Ramjet and the Eagles were on their way.
Ramjet to Eagles, Ramjet to Eagles. Any sign of the robot spaceship?
Not yet, Red Fox Leader.
A red fox eater? You saw a red fox eater where?
No, Roger, Red Fox Leader. That's your code name.
Oh, yes, so it is. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Suddenly, Doodle spotted the spaceship.
Now hear this. Now hear this. This is your conqueror speaking. We have shrunk your Earth to the size of a tiny little ball. We will unshrink it on one condition, that you will elect us your president. We want to run the world. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed?
Nay, absolutely nay. There will be no world conquest as long as I am on the scene.
It's that lousy Roger Ramjet.
Let him have it with the shrinking ray.
As the dastardly robots tried to shrink Roger, the stealthy American Eagle sneaked up behind the solenoid spaceship and climbed inside. Quietly, they made their way to the robots and switched off the ray gun.
Hey,
turn that on.
I'm one step closer and I'll take this proton energy pill. They give me the strength of 20 atom bombs for a period of 20 seconds and I'll pound a solenoid out of you.
What do you think, Sheldon?
I say it's not worth getting punched over.
Now you guys unshrink the world right now.
Whatever you say, you pudgy little pill pusher.
Shortly thereafter, Doodle and the Eagles were being congratulated by General G.I. Brassbottom.
Boys, you did a magnificent job. You saved the world. But I didn't know you had proton energy pills, Doodle.
I don't, you uniform ship. It was just a buffered aspirin, but the robots thought it was real.
Ha ha! The joke is on them. Say, where's Roger? Last time I saw him, he was dodging the shrinking rays of the robot's gun.
Rang.
Well, you can't dodge them all.
And so, once again, the world has been made a less crowded one in which to live, thanks to the American Eagle Squadron, and Shorty. As this encroaching episode starts to begin, we find Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles about to join thousands of other Americans for a fun weekend. A weekend in the snow.
I've got a good idea. Let's build something out of snow.
What, Roger?
How about a Ramjet man?
And just as the egomaniac was about to get started, a strange phenomena took place.
Hey, what's going on?
The snow, it's moving.
Look out, it must be an avalanche.
That's avalanche, but who's counting?
Yes, all over America it was happening. The snow was being stolen. But how? And why?
Okay. Buzz, click, soon we will be ready. Soon our interplanetary snow swiping machine will have stolen all the snow in the world and piled it here. Buzz, click. We will be the only ones with any snow.
Yes, then all the skiers and skaters will have to come to us to play in the snow. And we will charge them a lot of money. Click, zip.
Buzz, click, we will make a fortune before taxes.
The solenoid robots. So they were the plots behind this rat, were you?
Roger, what could be happening?
Maybe it's just an early thaw.
No, Roger, the snow didn't melt. It just slid away. It disappeared. I think I've got the answer, men.
I think you do, too.
I think somebody stole the snow, and that means they'll have to pile it somewhere.
I hope they keep it out of my driveway.
Let's get to our planes and scout around. We ought to be able to find it from the air.
And as the scrambling American Eagles take to the air...
Buzz, click, that just about does it, Stanley. We have stolen all the snow in the world. Get the signs up.
Right you are, Meredith. Buzz, click.
And as the money-mad robots waited for their first customers, the American Eagles were hot on their trail.
Roger, look! The snow!
Where? I don't see any.
Below us, Roger!
Oh, yes, of course. It is the snow, and it's piled in a gigantic hill. Let's land and investigate.
Oh, look, Stanley. Our first customers.
Our first customers are troublemakers. That's Roger Ramjet. Buzz, zip.
What? The solenoid robots. So you are the ones who took all the snow, and now you're charging people to play in it. That's not fair.
Quickly, put on your skis. We'll escape to the bottom of the hill and get in our spaceship.
And no sooner said than done. The two crafty robots quickly donned their hickories and skied away.
Quickly, boys, put on those skis and get after them.
Roger, look out! You're skiing straight for a tree!
Straight for a what?
Yipes!
I wonder how I did that.
Okay, Buzz, click, quickly, Stanley. Let's go down this ski jump. That should get those eagles off our trail. Look up in the sky.
It's a bird.
Buzz, click, it's a plane.
It's...
Super ski. And your snow stealing is over. You must return all this snow immediately. The people in our world should be able to play in the snow without paying all kinds of money for it. That's the American way.
Buzz, have you been to Squaw Valley lately? Buzz, click.
And so once again, cunning, daring, and blind luck has paid off for Roger Ramjet. And he's made the world a better one in which to ski. Who threw that? In this epigrammatic episode, we find Roger Ramjet, internationally famous good guy and devil-may-care flying fool, about to enjoy a fun-filled day at the beach with his girlfriend, the ever-beautiful Miss Lotta Love.
I'm here, my sweet.
That's wonderful.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought you were Lotta Love.
Well, I'm a lot of fun, but I'm kind of busy right now. Anyway, Miss Love ain't here.
Where has she gone?
Oh, some good-looking dude with a whole lot of teeth dropped by and took her to the beach. You just missed her.
Oh, drat. That sounds like Lance Crossfire, ace test pilot and principal rival for Lotta's affections. Well, I'm not giving up. I'll just take a shortcut and get to the beach ahead of them.
Well, if you don't look out, you can always come back. I'll be through work about 5, and we could go dancing.
Please, madam. I'm already spoken for.
On second thought, forget it, Twinkle Toes.
And by taking a shortcut, driving fast, and with only a slight delay, our impetuous hero arrived at Malibu Beach in no time at all.
I'll show that jet-happy jackanapes he can't steal my girl. Why, I'll... Oh, why don't you watch where you're...
What was that, Skinny?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Would you care to kick sand in my face?
And a short while later, Lance Crossfire and Lotta Love arrived at the beach.
It certainly looks like a lovely day, Lance.
Every day is a lovely day with you, my little seagull.
Oh, Lance, how you do go on. Say, why don't you set up the beach umbrella in that mound of sand over there?
A good idea, my little muskrat.
Oh, heavens, what was that?
Offhand, I'd say B flat.
I always knew you were a backstabber, Crossfire, but this time you've sunk too low. Put up your dukes, you girl-stealing Fig Newton.
Now, hold on, Ramjet. How did I know you were in there doing your famous impression of a land crab? And besides, Lotta's my girl just as much as she's yours.
Says who?
Now, there's the kind of snappy retort you don't hear every day.
Boys, stop this fussing right now. Can't we all spend a nice day at the beach together?
Two's company, three's a crowd, Lotta.
Where are you getting these clever quips, Ramjet? From an old copy of Captain Billy's Whiz-Bang?
Crossfire, if I weren't wearing glasses...
Boys, I guess we'll have to do the old contest bit again. The one who beats the other gets to spend the day with little old me.
I'm game.
That's gamey.
Why, you...
Why don't y'all rent surfboards and have a surfing contest?
A splendid suggestion. My little wood tick.
And so it came to pass that Roger Ramjet and Lance Crossfire once more met on the field of battle for the right to escort lovely Lotta.
Oh, they're sure going away out there in the ocean. Makes me so nervous I'm about to eat up all this little lunch we packed.
Now watch me hang 10, Ramjet.
I'd like to hang one in your schnozola, Crossfire.
And suddenly a tremendous wave broke, sending the two flying surfers, or is that surfing flyers, surf... Anyway, they were hurtling toward shore at breakneck speed.
Cowabunga!
Watch your language.
Goodness gracious, boys, you were both wonderful.
But which one of us gets to spend the day with you, Lotta?
Oh, well, while you two were playing around on them surfboards, I met this gentleman.
The little lady's with me, see? So just dry up and blow away.
He really seems like an awfully nice chap, doesn't he?
Roger?
Yes, lads.
Shut up.
As today's unbelievable episode begins, we find our hero, Roger Ramjet, and the American Eagle Squadron flying in a ferocious storm.
Ramjet to American Eagle Squadron. Ramjet to American Eagle Squadron. Come in, please. Oh, rats, I've lost contact with the kids. I've got to fly out of this storm before it's too late.
Roger Ramjet called on all the experience and knowledge and flying mastery at his command as he said,
maybe it'll blow over.
And sure enough, as quickly as it had come, the storm vanished.
That's better. Uh-oh, that storm damaged my instruments. I can't get a reading. I don't know where I am.
What Roger meant was,
I'm lost.
And all he had to do was
get found.
And the best place to do that was
on the ground. Wow, I'm right over some jungle. I hate to land here, but I'm running low on fuel. Here goes. It's terribly hot here. Must be the heat. Let's see. The first thing I'd better do is... Wait! Pardon me, sir, but you're clogging my swallower. Put me down and I'll show you a card trick.
But the ape was having none of that. He took Roger Ramjet back to his home, a quiet little tree on the edge of a clearing.
Say, this is a nice pad you've got here. Are you renting or buying?
Suddenly, the real owner of the house came home. It was none other than... Tarzap.
Why, you look like none other than Tarzap.
Yeah, you got it, baby. But who are you, and what are you doing here in my tree?
I'm Roger Ramjet. My plane crashed, and your brother here brought me to the house.
Oh, that's keen.
The question is, how do I get back to civilization?
Well, how are you at swimming? It's about 3,500 miles to Hawaii.
No, what I'll try to do is fix the radio in my plane and radio for help. Balderdash! That's a miserable thing to do to a man's plane. Uh-oh.
Save him.
Let go of me, you abominable aborigine! Now, hold on, boys. Fun is fun, but...
We are headhunters, Ramjet, and the hunt is over.
You know, cheaters, I think I was a bit harsh with Ramjet. I should have helped him with his radio. I think I'll go see if I can lend a hand.
Oi.
Help! Help!
Oh, it sounds like the headhunters are playing around again. I've got to help Ramjet. rotten retrofit. I guess I better try again.
Now, look, fellows, don't you think you've carried this a little too far?
Not quite, no.
But I'm a friendly hero.
Oi, 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 oi,
Ape, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
Oit.
And I'm still left with a problem of how to get off this island.
Oit, 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 oit.
Do you mean to say you've got a telephone? Why didn't you let me use it and call for help?
Well, it's a long-distance call, and they cost too much money. Oh, all right, go ahead.
And you can bet a cookie Roger did. He called American Eagle headquarters, and in a trice, the American Eagles were on their way to the rescue. And once again, Roger Ramjet has gotten out of a situation. Alive. As this bewhiskered episode begins, we hear a newspaper boy shouting the news of a terrible crime wave which is plaguing the city.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Cat burglar strikes again. Police are baffled.
And at American Eagle headquarters, we hear Roger Ramjet say,
Rats.
Did you say rats, Roger?
Yes, but I really meant cats. Confound it, the police called me in to help on this case, and I haven't found a single clue yet.
Which case is that, Roger?
The case of the cat burglar.
You mean somebody's burgling cats?
Exactly, and people are getting pretty tired of having their cats burgled.
I don't imagine the cats like it much either.
Yes, boys and girls, kitties were disappearing like chili con carne at a White House breakfast.
My foo-foo has been stolen.
Hello? Oh, yes, Chief. What? That's terrible.
Another catnapping, Roger?
Yes, and this time they got Mrs. Wellington Diefendorfer's foo-foo, one of the most expensive cats in the country. The catnappers left a ransom note asking for $10,000.
That's a lot of money for a foo-foo.
Say, Roger, why don't we set a trap for the cat burglar? Just tell Mrs. Dorfendiefer.
No, that's Diefendorfer.
Oh, right. Tell that lady to agree to pay the ransom. Then when the catnapper comes to pick it up, we'll grab him.
Brilliant idea, my boy. Exactly what I had in mind.
I said it first.
And so the trap was set. $10,000 in small bills was placed in an alley near the Diefendorfer mansion. Then the police, Roger, and the American Eagles waited.
See anything, Roger?
Not yet, but don't worry. We have both ends of the alley blocked. He'll never get away.
What's that, Roger? I thought I saw something.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a cat.
A cat? What's he doing?
Let's see. Oh, he's walking over to the ransom money. Now he's picking it up in his mouth. And now he's stealing it. Stop, you pilfering pussycat!
Roger, did you see what we saw?
Yes, but I still don't believe it. That cat burglar is a real cat.
That cat must be working for somebody. But who?
But who else? Noodles Romanoff, of course, and his band of no-goods, that's who.
I have a plan. First, we have to plant a fake story in the newspapers, and then...
The next day, at the secret hideout of Noodles Romanoff...
Boys, this is the break we've been waiting for. The world's richest man, the Sheik of Lampakia, is in town, and he's got his favorite cat with him. We ought to be able to get $1 million for this one. Think you can handle it, Marvin?
And later that night...
I hope this disguise will fool the catnapper into kidnapping me. I'd better try to make it look realistic. Meow.
Suddenly, a shadowy figure appeared on the roof.
Oh, hi there. I mean, meow there. I'm a talking cat.
And so Roger Ramjet got his wish. He had been catnapped and taken to the hideout of Noodles and the No-Goods.
Good work, Marv, baby. Say, what an ugly-looking cat. He looks more like a retarded lion.
And you look like a man who's going to spend some time behind bars, Romanoff. I might have known you were behind this dastardly plot.
It's Ramjet. Get him, boys.
I'm through pussyfooting around with you crooks. One of these proton energy pills will turn me from a mild-mannered kitten into a real tiger. Have you had enough?
Right. Stop it. Quit. We give up.
And so once more, Roger Ramjet had solved a crime and was recognized as a hero by everyone. Everyone, that is, but Bark, the American Eagle Squadron's faithful old dog. Bark, bark,
Bark.
Help! It's me, Bark! Stop it, you stupid dog!
Today's salty episode begins on the high seas. Our country's Navy is in dire trouble.
What's going on here, Modoc? We're supposed to be at anchor.
Well, I don't understand it, sir. We're drifting and out of control.
And so was every other ship in the United States Navy. The Navy was being rendered totally obsolete.
Gentlemen, we're in trouble. Our Navy is drifting.
I always said the Navy was full of drifters.
Now, that's just the kind of talk we don't need. We've discovered the problem. Someone is stealing our anchors and paralyzing our propellers. There's no way to control the ships.
We've got to stop this anchor hawking.
We need help. Send for Roger Ramjet. He's the only man who can save our Navy from disaster.
You rang?
Ramjet, you must capture those pirates who are taking our anchors away.
Anchors away?
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away.
Get those midshipmen back to Annapolis.
Meanwhile, more anchors were being stolen, and by none other than that scourge of the seven seas, the Great Lakes and the Bonneville Salt Flats, Red Dog, the dirtiest, rottenest, meanest, most despicable pirate of them all.
You just wait until your father hears about this, Red Dog.
I nearly have control of the whole U.S. Navy, right, Punjab?
Rock! Pieces of 7! Pieces of 7!
You're the last parrot I'll ever buy at a discount house.
Rock, I hate you!
There's another ship. Prepare to submerge and be bad.
Submerge and be bad! Submerge and be bad! Wow!
That does it. I've cut the anchor and paralyzed the prop. Now she can do nothing but drift about.
But little did Red Dog know that at that precise moment, the swellest, nicest hero of all, Roger Ramjet, was approaching the scene.
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. I've got to force that pirate to expose himself again. I'll just drop anchor and wait. I'd feel a whole lot better about this assignment if I knew how to swim.
Roger Ramjet. Well, you're quite a treasure, ain't he, Punjab?
Quite a treasure, quite a treasure. X marks the spot. Rock!
Shut up, you.
What do you plan to do now, Red Dog?
Rock! I don't know. Rock! What do you want to do, Marty? Rock!
I'm going to surface and be the ruler of the seas, Ramjets. No one can stop me now.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, Red Dog. See this? It's a proton energy pill, and it gives me the strength of 20 atom bombs for a period of 20 seconds. You're finished, you pirating pirate. Why, you feathered phonograph? That was my last pill.
Yeah! Polly wants a cracker, walk, or anything else to cut the taste.
Come here, me pretty. Let Uncle Red Dog lend a hand.
Unhand me, you dog, Red! I've hated you for years! Rock! Now I'm going to do something about it! Rock!
Well, that puts an end to Red Dog's pirating. He'll never take another anchor away.
Rock! Anchors away! Rock!
Anchors away, my boys! Anchors away! Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day.
As today's rugged episode begins, we find the planes of the American Eagle Squadron airborne near the majestic Sierra Madre Mountains, where Yank, Doodle, and Dan are about to begin a fun-filled camping trip with their leader, that devil-may-care, flying fool and all-around outdoors man, Roger Ramjet.
Ramjet to Eagles. We'll land in that clearing below and proceed on foot from there.
Roger, Roger.
You're going to enjoy this trip, lads. Communing with nature and sleeping under the stars.
Oh, were you ever attacked by wild animals during the night, Roger?
Well, I once shot a mountain lion in my jammies, although I still can't figure out how he got him on.
And so the great adventure began, as Roger Ramjet and his young companions made their way through the rugged terrain.
Careful, boys. You've got to watch your step in this kind of country.
Owie, ooh, hurt.
Roger, maybe we ought to stop and rest for a while.
Yeah, it's time for lunch anyway.
Very well, you boys gather some firewood while
Hey, I think I found a cave. Let's explore it, Roger.
Just a minute, boys. Let me lead the way.
And so, led by their fearless leader, the American Eagles entered the mysterious-looking cave.
Sure is dark in here. Who brought a flashlight?
Say, this seems to be an old abandoned mine shaft!
And sure enough, Roger Ramjet had taken another important step and fallen down an abandoned mine shaft.
Hurry, Dan, light that lantern. Roger may be hurt.
Are you okay, Roger?
It takes more than a 30-foot fall down a dark mine shaft to injure me, my boy. And besides, I landed on something soft. Bring that light down and we'll see what it was.
And when the boys joined Roger a few moments later, they made an amazing discovery.
Why, it's a mattress. And look, there's a name written on it. It says, Property of Sierra Sam. Who's he, Roger?
Sierra was a famous outlaw who is supposed to have buried lots of gold somewhere in these hills. Gold? Great galvanized galaxies, boys. We've discovered the treasure in Sierra's mattress.
The treasure in Sierra's mattress.
From the picture of a different name. Come on, gang. Let's get out of here and return that stolen loot to the proper authorities.
But as our heroes left the mine, they received a rather rude greeting.
Quick, lads. Behind those rocks.
Whoever that is out there, I think they're mad at us.
Hold your fire! Now, who are you and what do you want?
Hey, amigo, I am Pedro Pistola. I am a private eye.
Then show us your license.
I don't have to show you no stinking license.
Just as I feared, a bandit. He must know we have the treasure.
I know you have the treasure.
See? What did I tell you?
See, what did he tell you? Okay, amigos, now that I have finished my cigarro, I come to kill you. What's that?
What is it, Roger?
Well, I'll be.
You didn't put out that cigar. Don't you know human carelessness causes 9 out of 10 forest fires?
Ay, caramba! Talking bear wearing a sombrero and pantalones. Let me out of here. Oh!
Thank you, my friend. You saved our lives.
Oh, you're welcome. And be sure to drown old campfires. So long.
Golly, who was that, Roger?
I don't know, but I heard him call his horse Silver.
And once again, the forces of evil are turned back thanks to the heroic efforts of Roger Ramjet, the American Eagles, and, well, you know who, gang. As this eager episode begins, we find a goodly amount of merriment at American Eagle headquarters. It is nearly Thanksgiving, and Roger Ramjet and the American Eagles look forward to the holiday with anticipation.
Boy, I can hardly wait till tomorrow, Roger. We'll have so much food to eat, I'll have to carry around sandbags so I don't go up like a balloon.
Yes, Doodle, it's going to be someday. Dee should be back from the market in a minute. And then we'll have turkey with all the trimmings.
Sorry, Roger. We'll have trimmings with all the trimmings.
Well, whatever you say, Dee. The cooking department is up to what?
You mean you didn't buy a turkey?
That's right.
But why?
Because there aren't any. No one in town has a turkey to sell.
They must have underestimated unit production this year.
But it wasn't just in Roger's town where there was a turkey shortage. It was all over the country.
What kind of a Thanksgiving dinner do you call that?
Rotten, shut up and eat your bean.
Oh, gracious, this isn't turkey.
What did you say?
She said, oh, gracious, this isn't turkey.
Don't shout in my earlobe, you dimwit.
Sorry, sir.
Not you, her.
What? This isn't turkey?
Right, General. It's a dead pig.
Well, I want my turkey. Oh! Ramjet, you're a bigger turkey than I need.
I want to get to the bottom of this, General. May I enlist your aid?
Yes, do anything you want with him.
Oh, not that aid. Your help is what I mean.
I'll do anything, Ramjet, only just get me my Thanksgiving turkey.
And as the General and Roger Ramjet plotted to get the turkeys, in a remote section of Vicksburg, Michigan, evil things were happening. Noodles Romanoff and the no-goods were turkey sitting.
Okay, boys, we got every turkey in the country right here in this barn. Nobody can have Thanksgiving dinner thanks to us, right?
Right, Bob.
Right, Harry, sure, Balder Dash.
Do you know why I don't want nobody to have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
No,
Sure,
tomorrow at 8.
No idea what you're talking about.
Because I never had a nice Thanksgiving when I was a kid. We never had a family dinner. Nobody ever cared. And if I can't have one, nobody can.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus.
So that was it. That's got to be one of the dirtiest tricks I've ever heard of, huh?
And so you say someone stole all your turkeys?
You have a real way of assimilating information, don't you?
Come on, General. We'll talk to some other farmers. Maybe they can give us a clue.
I'll give you a clue. Buy winter wheat.
And as Roger and the General continued their fruitless search, a strange thing was happening back at the ranch.
Hey, you gobbling dimwits, knock off that noise.
Right, boss.
Not you, the other turkeys.
But the sound continued to grow louder. Soon it was so loud it could be heard for miles around.
What was that?
It's either turkeys gobbling or Congress is back in session.
General, listen. What's that?
It's either turkeys gobbling or Congress is back in session.
Let's investigate.
The sound appears to be coming from that barn.
Follow me. What? General, will you look at that? Every turkey in the world must be here. No wonder no one can have Thanksgiving dinner.
And that's not all, Ramjet. There's noodles.
No thanks, General. I never eat noodles on turkey. Oh, that noodles. So, Romanoff, you're the one behind this scheme, are you?
So what if I am?
So this. A proton energy pill that gives me the strength of 20 atom bombs for a period of 20 seconds.
It's impolite to eat in front of people.
You've got to get back a little further when I start punching.
Most of the American public could have a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Oh.
When Ramjet takes a proton pill, the crooks begin to worry. They can't escape their awful fate from proton's mighty fury. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station. So come and join us, all you kids, for lots of fun and laughter, as Roger Ramjet and his men get all the crooks they're after. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to